Well, can't really ask much more than that, can you? Win over your rivals, win over your local rivals, and I'm not going to lie, I weren't feeling confident coming into this game whatsoever, especially after the Leeds game. I've had a long time to dwell on it, and after a shaky first 5 minutes, I thought the first half was probably the best performance I've seen all season. But imagine if we could put teams to bed. You know, it could have been 5 or 6 first half. Trinco missed a chance, Fabio missed a chance. And second half, you know, Villa were going to come out with a bit more impetus, but it was a shaky 10 or 15 minutes, wasn't it? I was thinking, bloody hell, I hope we don't have another duplicate of the Leeds performance. But we hung in. I don't think it's a penalty. I've seen it back a couple of times now. Watkins nicks the ball and then runs into Saab. You can see why he's giving it, but I personally don't think it's a penalty. But outstanding player today, Fabio Silva, baptism of fire. Hopefully silence some of his critics, because today he didn't get his goal, but he was wonderful. He absolutely bullied Konsa and Mings. Mings didn't need any encouragement, but he was absolutely superb, faultless. I mean, it would have been lovely if he could get the goal, but showed real maturity today leading the line, and he's my striker for the rest of the season. Off the back of that performance, done more than Raul has in the last few games. Moutinho rolled back the years. Coming into that game thinking Coutinho could be the difference maker. Moutinho said no thank you. Superb. Even if Dendoncker had a good game, I know he missed a sitter in the first half, but Johnny great, Marcel good to see Bolly back. Still think we're a little bit susceptible to balls over the top or balls in between the full-back and the centre half. Got caught out a couple of times today, and Jose Sarr came out and does what he does best and smothered the chances, but it's a win. It's another win. You know, still dreaming of the Conference League and not sure whether we're going to get it or not. It all depends on other factors, really. I feel like it might be out of our hands, but all we can do is keep winning. Also, very nice to get one over the rivals. Little special mention to Trinco as well, because he had a lot of criticism, even by me. But the last 2 games, I think he's looked really good. Not sure what they're going to do with signing him, but last 2 performances have been very good. And of course, I don't know if you've known, but I've won the BetMate pot. It was free to enter today, Talking Wolves BetMate pot, and usually useless. Usually absolutely useless. Couldn't pick me nose over on my BetMate team, and I've gone and won it. So 40 quid. I weren't meant to be drinking, but a win over your rivals and a little 40 quid win. Can't go wrong.
How's it going, guys? Everybody at Talking Wolves. What a victory that was for the boys today. The atmosphere at Molineux was second to none. From the moment the team came out to the moment they went down that tunnel, the songs, the atmosphere, the lot was just superb. I feel like every chance Villa had to get the crowd going, we did overpower them, which was very good. I feel like it was one of the best atmospheres I've been to for a while up at Molineux. Everybody was going, everyone was electric up there today. Let's talk about the team. What a performance from them today. Fabio Silva, Johnny, the lot, absolutely played their socks off today. For one, Fabio Silva, the only thing he was missing today was a goal. I feel he played really well. A lot more confident on the ball. You can see what the work in him that Bruno is doing. And I'd like to put out Johnny as well. Johnny's been playing very well. Like I say, when Semedo comes back into that spot, he'll be fighting for it, because at the moment Johnny is playing very well, and now he has got two goals to his name, which is good for him. It's good to see him come out of his injury and play the way he is playing. But like you say, from the moment we come out onto that pitch, we knew we was coming for that victory. And it's good to see us back up in 7th, fighting for that Europa League spot, which I feel like we can be in at this time, how we're playing. The midfield played well, same we was missing Neves. I feel like João Moutinho and Dendoncker did the job very well. And it's good to see how Trinco's coming on. Trinco's coming on a lot better than what he was. He looks like he's finding his footing a bit when it comes into playing some Premier League football. But a lot of positives from this game. I feel like the only way is up from here. Hopefully we can see out a few more points towards the end of the season, get a few more wins. But I feel like it was just a solid performance from Wolves today. Outsung the Villa, outplayed the Villa, put them in the back of our pockets today. I got told by many fans I was waiting to see a magician, but he didn't turn up. Maybe next time. Just got to find him in Dendoncker's pocket. But very solid performance from the Wolves today. And I feel like you say, the only way is up. So come on, the Wanderers, and run to the next one.
The gap between Wolves and Villa, it's getting bigger. It's getting bigger every fucking day. I'm very, very happy with the 3 points today. Wolverhampton Wanderers 2, Villa 1. It was one of them games, really. I came into this and I wasn't really that confident going into it. I felt like it was going to be a very, very difficult game. Obviously, off the back of what happened with Leeds United, I was kind of a bit sceptical coming into it, to be honest with you. But, you know, we've proven, Wolves have, not for the first time this season, have proven me as well as many other fans wrong, which I'm very, very happy about. And, you know, we can look forward and we can now go into the Newcastle game. As long as these players don't have any pressure on themselves, then I think that, you know, that we're going to be achieved. As long as the media doesn't start talking about us getting into these, you know, European aspirations. We first of all look at the team selection. I normally like to do that straight away. But the first thing that I noticed was no Saiss in the back three. And I was really, really happy about that. I think it was a month too long that, you know, Saiss being, you know, an automatic starter, as you were, when I think he's just bang average and he's the one that causes all the problems. And the back three today was, for me, very, very good. I thought Bolly had an unbelievable game. I thought Cody he's just carried on his good form since probably, I'm trying to think where the turning point was. It probably was Villa away where the turning point was for him after scoring that goal. And Kilman, you know, he might not have been, you know, a vintage Max Kilman-like performance, but he's even on a bad day for Max Kilman, he's still a 7 out of 10 every game. And the back three immediately looks better without Romain Saiss in the defence. The other one that I was questioning was Marçal. I much prefer Aït-Nouri because I think Aït-Nouri can do a bit of both better than him. He's much better going forward than Marçal, and for me, he's much better defensively than Marçal. And he actually looks comfortable when he's on the ball. He's looking around to seeing if there's any options. Marçal's either run down the line or go backwards. But I'll give Marçal credit today. I thought he actually did quite well. Unbelievable crossing for the second goal. And I think that kind of just topped off our first half performance. I felt like we was really, really good in that first half. We got better as it went on. And even when Villa started to have good spells, we killed them by scoring goals. But we should have scored a lot more. First 10 minutes, we was unbelievable. We really sort of bossed the game. We took it to Villa. And we actually looked, you know, like we was going to be the team that was going to score the initiative. And actually, you know, put Villa to the sword. Slip from John McGinn, which is quite funny. And, yeah, I thought the chance had gone as soon as it went to Podence. It was an unbelievable block from Villa. Another good block. It just comes to Johnny, and that's an unbelievable finish. This is the best version of Johnny Otter that we've ever seen at Wolves. The question marks with him has always been his ability to go forward. He hasn't really shown that. We've all known his defensive capabilities. It was just going forward. And now he just looks a completely different wing-back. Like, he's scoring goals. He's getting into the box. He's almost adding another option every time that ball comes in there. And I mean, what a finish that is. He has absolutely thunderblasted that one into the back of the net. Then after that, Fabio Silva's got to score his opportunity. That's probably the only criticism you can say of Fabio Silva's game. For me, he was absolutely superb today. Ran, you know, the forward line superbly. His ability to, you know, make those runs defensively, bring others into the game. He made the two wingers immediately look better because of his overall build-up play. And again, the only criticism you can have is, you know, his failure to not put that opportunity away in the first half. But again, as a counterpoint, I think he's one of them where he's a confident striker. I think once he gets one in the Premier League, that's when he's going to start thriving and he's going to start, you know, putting teams to the sword, which is, and for me, he probably starts over Raul Jimenez for the rest of the season. Very similar as well with the back three. I say them two are the ones that we start with till the end of the season. And we just ended the first half, you know, even better than how we started the first half, and the start of the first half was incredible. Second half comes along, and again, we just dictate the tempo. We look really, really good. Villa are starting to become a lot more cynical with their challenges, which, as we'd all expect for that to happen, really. But some of the referee calls in the second half were just really fucking bizarre. It just seemed like he'd completely lost control at the start of the second half. And at that point, it was just a case of where you just look at it and think, well, the referee just hasn't got a clue what he's doing. Watkins is a dick. Obviously, you know, for trying to throw the ball back out and then just obviously trying to steal it over. I wouldn't expect anything less from Villa players, obviously trying to get an edge no matter what way they can because they're not fucking good enough. But the penalty decision, I think, is not a penalty. Obviously, a lot of people, I know that obviously I'll be called biased from other fans because I know that other fans will obviously love to watch this and see, oh, are we going to get any praise? Yeah, Watkins has got the ball first, but he's dived into Sarr. Sarr's literally put his hands up and he's trying to jump out of the way of Watkins. He physically cannot go anywhere. It was an unbelievably poor decision from the ref. And just in the last couple of minutes, he just completely lost control of it. And I really like the fact that Moutinho was just kicking their players. I mean, Mings is a twat, Ashley Young's a twat, Ollie Watkins is a twat, John McGinn's a twat. And you could tell it was a Steven Gerrard team trying to obviously committing all these cynical fouls and getting away with it. But as soon as you do anything like that, oh no, you've broken the law. And our players just magically are the ones getting booked. But great 3 points. Move on to Newcastle. Let's put no pressure on these players because they perform better when there's no pressure on them. Right, thanks for having me on Talking Wolves after what has been a really bad week with COVID. This is exactly what I've needed. Cheers, guys.
So, Wolves 2, Aston Villa 1 at Molineux. What a performance. What a way to bounce back from the disappointment of the game just before the international break against Leeds at home. Wasn't without its worries towards the end there, but Wolves with a really, really good performance going forward. Deserved the win totally. Could have been 3 or 4 up by half-time. An exceptional performance by a team that was light of Raul Jimenez and Ruben Neves, arguably Wolves' 2 most influential players. But today, you hardly felt like they missed them, really. Fabio Silva up top, absolutely brilliant, in my opinion anyway. Everything bar a goal today, and everything bar a goal whenever I've seen him this season, really, on maybe the odd exception where he's been poor. But he is getting a lot better, I think. He is learning his trade. He is getting a lot stronger. He managed to completely outmuscle Tyrone Mings in the first half. I don't know if that's an easy thing to do, because Mings isn't the best at defending in the Premier League, but he totally had him down the side and could have scored against Martinez. And Wolves missed a whole host of chances. One from Trincao, one which he took off the toes. I think it was Dendoncker. The 2 goals, Wolves' goal was the first one. Big celebration from the crowd as it was just smashed in by Johnny after, well, Silva had a chance, Podence had a chance as well, but she should have pulled the trigger earlier. But then Johnny's turning into a bit of a goal machine for Wolves at Molineux. 2-2 now for him. And then the second goal, cross in, and Ashley Young sends Molineux wild. I didn't think I'd be saying that this season, but there we go. Great header off the bar and in, and it leaves Wolves in a very comfortable position. Villa had a couple of moments in the first half, but nothing too scary really for Wolves. And you go in 2-0 up at the break, and you just, all you can think about is Leeds, really, and how it all went so dramatically wrong. But Wolves managed the game in the second half, I think, really, really well. Moutinho was controlling the play in the middle. Dendoncker, who I've been a critic of this season, I thought was exceptional in the middle. Johnny at right back probably should have been sent off towards the end, but it was a rub of the green that Wolves have deserved because of some refereeing decisions that have gone against them in the last few weeks. Also thought Marçal was very good on the left side, another one I'm quite critical of, but I thought he put in a very solid shift and kept most of the play down that side from Bailey and Cash relatively quiet for Villa today, and did his bit going forward as well. Apart from 1 or 2 hairy moments, we are always going to get that with him. Up front, Trincao, I think, really good again. Second game in a row now. He's going to give us a bit of a headache, I think. I think Traore for him might just be the best deal that Wolves can possibly get out of the whole Adama arrangement with Barcelona. And if so, maybe I'd take to him. I think he's definitely got something about him, and he can definitely help Wolves in the future because he is the player that is going to get better, along with the man who was up top today, Fabio Silva. Everything but a goal, like I said. The shots coming in, saved by the goalkeeper towards the end, Martinez. But Wolves, fantastic performance, I thought. Not a lot wrong with it at all today. Best atmosphere at Molineux I've experienced in a while. Thought the fans were exceptional today, as ever, really, but really good today, especially with it being a derby game, and lovely to beat Aston Villa and do the double over them this season. Towards the end, like we said, got a little bit nervy. Ollie Watkins tucked away a penalty, which he won with Sarr, and from where I was, there was a couple of players in the way, and it looked like Sam made contact with Watkins. VAR didn't have a proper look at it. I haven't seen it back. It looked like it probably should have, maybe could have been a penalty, but they got it and they scored it. And then you thought, right, Wolves, let's see what you have about you, because after that they could have gone to pieces like they did against Leeds 2 weeks ago. But no, they stood firm. After a couple of scraps in added time, they managed to get over the line, and what a great win it is in front of the fans, and they deserve one of those this season. They haven't really had a home game where you could go, yeah, I was there, that was a great day, a great performance, but today was one of them. Wolves did themselves proud, they did themselves justice. Hopefully tomorrow Everton can do us a favour at West Ham, and hopefully we can maybe push on and try and get that 7th place in the Premier League, where it seems one step forward, one step back at the moment for Wolves. A bit inconsistent, but hopefully can put a run together. Game against Newcastle next Friday now is big. They'll be up for it, but hopefully so will we. And hopefully Wolves can get another 3 points in that. But today, a fantastic win from Wolves, and put Villa in their place, really. Pride of the Midlands. Wolves 2, Villa 1.
Massive performance today. It's finished Wolves 2, Villa 1. And I must say, what a reaction that we've had from last, well, 2 weeks ago now against Leeds. Didn't expect much coming into the game today, thinking, you know, no Neves, no Raul. Morale might be a little bit low from the loss that we took. But bloody hell, what an absolute unreal performance that we've just seen. From start to finish today, I thought we were brilliant. Everywhere on the pitch, I thought we were brilliant. From the goalkeeper, who's made some absolute crucial saves, especially one at the end of the game. The back five, Bolly, Kilman, Cody, Johnny and Marcel. Didn't think much of Marcel coming into the game again, because, you know, it's Marcel. But he's proved us all wrong again today. He was awesome against Bailey, who, by the way, is tosh. He is appalling. Whatever they paid for him, they have been fleeced to God with that. He is shocking. Johnny, oh my God, what a player. What we've seen from Johnny today is unreal. Again, we knew what Johnny could do. We've all seen Johnny play before, but him coming back from not one but 2 ACL injuries to play the way that he's playing at the moment is unreal. And I can't really see where Semedo's going to get back into the team at the moment, from how well Johnny's playing, unless we play Johnny left backs at points. But, and again, where'd you play Nuri? So the back three, Bolly, Kilman, Cody, we've been crying for it for a while now. That is the back three. Not a foot wrong all game. Kilman oozes class. Bolly is an absolute beast. Winning headers, tackling. Even his passing looked really good today. Through balls, over the top balls, brilliant. Cody loves it. Just the way that Cody plays he's come on leaps and bounds this season, and it's brilliant to see. I used to worry so much when Cody got the ball, like, oh my Christ, what's he going to do? Is he going to lose it? Is he going to fall over or whatever? But the way he's playing at the moment is completely different to how we've seen him and know him to play before, which is great. And that's what you need from your 3 centre-backs. Solid performance. Moving into the midfield, wow, João Moutinho. I know we talk about Neves, give him what he wants. Give him what he wants, but give João Moutinho what he wants as well. He might be a bit older than Neves. He might not be one for the future, but for the now, for controlling a football game in tight spaces, he's got to be one of the best in the league to do that, if I'm honest. He was unreal today. He was everywhere. He ran his bollocks off. Dendoncker. Give some stick to Dendoncker a few times on this channel. Today I can't fault him. Brilliant. He ran his bollocks off. His passing was good. His tackling was good. Coutinho's not had a sniff all game, just from sticking on, putting Dendoncker on him. Unreal today. And then the front three who started the game, we've got Fabio, Trincao and Podence. Podence was immense again. I'm sick of saying it now because how good he's been this season. Really good. The link-up play between all three of them. I've got to give a big shout out, especially to Fabio and Trincao. 2 lads who have had lots and lots of stick from Wolves fans. people saying Trincão's not good enough, Fabio Silva's not good enough. Today they proved they are good enough to play in this football team. Trincão's a great player technically. His passing's great. He gets out of tight spaces. He just needs to learn the game a bit more. He needs to learn the Premier League a bit more. Got to be a bit stronger. Got to know when to release it, when to move, when to pass. But if he could bring that into his game and find some goals, we've got a serious player on our hands there if we manage to keep him. And Fabio Silva as well. Today I've seen him play one of his best games for Wolves without scoring a goal. He was strong. He battled. He ran. His passing was great. His movement's brilliant. He just needs to find that goal. We went 2-0 up. And, you know, you never feel confident in a derby when going anything up, really. But we went 2-0 up. And the only fault I can find from today is the fact that we've not put 6 or 7 past them. That we are going to lose games or draw games in that position too many times for not killing off games. That's the only fault I find in today's game, is the fact that we've not killed them off. They are not good. I don't care what anybody says. They've got a couple of great players. Coutinho, yeah, he's a great player. We know he's a great player. But some of them, we needed to punish them today a lot more than we did. The back two, Christ a bike. Tyrone Mings actually plays for England, and people think he's England's #1 centre-back. If that's true, then I can't believe it. He is appalling and at fault for a numerous amount of chances that we've had today. So we needed to really score another couple of goals for me today. We've had a couple of chances. I mean, Emi Martinez has made some good saves. But yeah, that would be the only fault from today's game, was the fact that we didn't kill them off. And they've managed to get a scrappy penalty, you know, to give us a bit of a squeaky bum time at the end. But I can't fault the lads today. Brilliant. We were brilliant. And it's always nice beating them. It's the obsession derby, isn't it? So, yeah, brilliant. Move on to Friday now. Newcastle away. Really, really, really tough game. We beat them. And we're looking in a good position for fighting for Europe still. I know I said in the last video, we ain't ever going to get Europe if we're defending like that. But we can get Europe if we defend like that. Brilliant today. I'm on the Wanderers.
Hello, Talking Wolves. Wolves 2, Villa 1 in, you know what, a really entertaining game to watch. And going into it, I was very nervous of coming off the back of the international break and coming off the back of that mad game against Leeds. And the fact Neves and Raul Jimenez were not available. I was pretty worried, and I think a lot of Wolves fans were. Villa are a decent team. I know they've been a bit up and down under Gerrard, but you had to be worried going into it. And the starting lineup, I'll be honest, is exactly what I wanted. I think it was time for Sace to come out of the back three. I think he's been pretty... He'd admit himself, I think his performances haven't been the best since he come back from AFCON. It was good to see Kilman on the left, Bolly on the right, Cody in the middle. Johnny had to keep his place right wing back, although Semedo was on the bench back from an injury. Marcel left wing back, bit of a controversial decision from Bruno, but he was highly influential in the second goal, so you can't complain. Moutinho and Dendoncker midfield. Dendoncker, unbelievable performance from him. Well, not unbelievable, but very good for his standards, let's be honest. It was a cracking performance from him, although he did have that miss, didn't he, towards the end of the first half. Moutinho, run out of bloody things to say about that bloke. Outstanding performance. I mean, I forgot Coutinho was on the pitch, to be honest, for them. He just ran the show in midfield. And the front three all did well. Trincão, Fabio Silva is probably one of the best performances he's had for us. It's a shame he couldn't get his goal. That one where he shrugged Mings off and went through one-on-one. He really should have scored that, but great all-round performance from him, I thought. He just missing that goal. Podence, very good again. But I'm going to keep saying this. I really do like Podence, but he frustrates the life out of me when he dives on the floor like he's been shot. He's got to cut that out of his game, but I suppose that's what he does. Anyway, first 5 minutes, Villa come out the blocks, and I was like, oh, God, here we go. They were on us, and I thought this was going to be a long afternoon, but we score, and ironically, with Steven Gerrard as their manager, I can't remember who slipped in midfield. It might have been McGinn. It slips in midfield, then one of their defenders slipped. Podence gets it into the middle. Fabio has his shot blocked, and back to Johnny, and a fantastic volley. 2 goals in 2 for Johnny now, and it's like he's never been away, hasn't it, in that right wing back spot. And absolute scenes, as you can imagine, in Molineux. And the next 10 minutes or so was just absolutely mental. We were all over them. The atmosphere was really like incredible. The South Bank were back to their old way, and the atmosphere was a proper derby atmosphere. And we didn't make the most of our chances we created, and then I think that they had a long ranger, didn't they, Villa? And was it Ramsey for them or Bailey? I can't remember, but a great save from Jose Sarr and a bit long ranger. But then we get the ball down the left. Marcel puts a great ball in, but Ashley Young, who'd not long come on as a substitute, just comical header into his own net, and very funny, obviously. And we needed that because we didn't take our chances, and we needed that second goal cushion. And first half, let's be honest, we could have been 3 or 4 goals up. It should have been put to bed. It should have been over, but it wasn't. And let's be honest, we're all nervous, aren't we? After what happened against Leeds, after what happened in the reverse fixture when we were 2-0 down against Villa and won 3-2 in the last 10 minutes, we know it's not over. It's not over. So come out second half, and I think, let's be honest, I think Villa were the better team second half. Watkins, I mean, that one chance he had on about the 50th minute where he put it wide of the post, if that goes in, it's a completely different game. He also had another chance when Sarr saved it, and Sarr pulled off about 4 or 5 good saves on the day, and we needed it. Like I say, I think both teams had a lot of shots, a lot of clear-cut chances. I think a Hwang's chance, when he come on and put it wide of the far post, he should have scored. There's a few other chances we should have scored, and it was very, very nervy. And the penalty, I haven't seen any replays back. I sit in the North Bank right on the lower, and I'm like looking at an angle. I thought it was a penalty, if I'm honest. There was definitely contact. They definitely collided. And God, he nearly missed the need at the post and went in. And then you know it's going to be extreme nerves, and you could feel it around the stadium, and I thought they were going to score. But we held out, and it was becoming a bit nasty, wasn't it? It was becoming a bit of a derby where the referee, Darren England, had no control of the game. He made so many terrible decisions where he's giving soft fouls or giving fouls the wrong way a lot. For both teams, really. I could see the Villa fans are probably frustrated with him too. He had no control. Terrible referee. Really bad again. I mean, we say this every week about the officials. The Premier League officials are just terrible. But yeah, he handed out about 100 bookings towards the end as well, because everyone was just kicking off, and Neto was getting involved with people. But thankfully, that wasted a lot of time for us. And at the end, when Matty Cash, for them, I thought he was going to score, and Sarr again runs out, gets a vital touch on it, and the ref blows his full-time whistle. But a very nervy ending. I mean, I don't want to use a cliche, but it was a game of 2 halves, but we should have had it put to bed first half, and a vital win for Wolves. I'm not going to go on about European football and where we are in the table, because it feels like every week we're like, oh, it's over. Oh, we're back on top 6. So let's just keep going. Let's just keep the performances up. Hopefully we can keep getting results, and it's a huge win in a massive derby. The atmosphere was way better. A nice sunny day at Wolves, although cold. And yeah, I think every player on the day, I think everyone had a good performance. Bit shaky at times, you know, like Bolly and Cody got caught out, as I mentioned, that Watkins chance. But Kilman, best defender on the pitch in terms of England defenders, I thought. I thought he was better than Mings and Cody. And just talking of Mings, I love the song, If Mings Can Play for England, So Can I. That bloke has got a body like an Adonis, but he's got a brain like a, I don't know, think of something terrible. That's what he's got. He's just a terrible footballer. I can't believe he plays for England, and he's just a mistake after mistake. Fabio, when he outmuscled him on that one, it was just funny to watch. I don't know how he's in the England squad, really don't. But anyway, really important win. I'm glad we held on, and I've rambled on a bit there, haven't I? But very happy. Enjoy your weekends, everyone. Thank you, Talking Wolves, and bring on the next game, which I believe is Newcastle away. So come on boys, great win.